regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Mills.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Devon Kennard, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to a quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack on first down, Mills, he finds his target, Ebron. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Fields. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps. to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On first down, Fields.
Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action now. Mills.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long for Mills.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Fields. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw. Fields. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins at 10-6 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jerry Judy.
26 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half-step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Mills. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down throw for Mills.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Fields. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Fields. He'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On play action, Fields. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Under pressure, they got him again. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is Swift on the counter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fields on 1st down. Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach probably just looked at him and said,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mills' throw taken in by Ridley here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go play action. Mills. He completes it to Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mills now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mills.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jayon Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing, Mills.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. To throw, Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, it's Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Fields throw complete there to Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. 3rd and 2, Fields. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing